Welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkoviak. Actually, I'm going to pause this TV here. But we today are going to, this is a quick tip for you. I'm getting a bunch of stuff ready for hunting stuff, pig hunting, and I'm getting things ready. Just killed my third pig, so got done washing game bags and getting things ready and changing arrows out. And I thought it'd be a good time to just give you a few tips on your hunting stuff. Just some random tips that I'm seeing here as I'm doing this. So we're going to get started in it. So here, like I said, I got a lot of my pig stuff out here ready and set. So a couple things for you to note. Binoculars, okay? When I'm carrying binoculars, you don't need to carry them in a zipper pouch. I don't for my Swarovskis or anything. They're always in some sort of a hat, whatever hat you happen to have out there. Like here, I have my binoculars in this hat. This hat's always with me because it's orange and camo reversible. So for my pig hunting, I always carry it. But my binoculars just sit in there. They get folded up inside of here, and then that gets put into, that's how I store them in my pack to keep them from getting scratched. When I'm hunting, I'm wearing them. But when I'm not, they're in my backpack. So that works fantastic. So instead of having an extra pouch you're not going to use, put them in whatever hat you're going to wear. Comes in real handy. These are priceless. Okay, all of my pictures, my selfies, all the videos I do in the woods where I need it, this is what I use to make that with, is this little UBZ, I think is what it is. I put a link to all this stuff below. There's a site for it, whatever it says there, UB size or whatever, UB size. But it extends out and you fit your phone. This is spring-loaded. I'm doing everything one-handed. But see, it's spring-loaded and you put your phone on there and it acts as a tripod, but it will also, all of these legs will let you flex it around anything you want to so that it bites and grabs, and each of these legs are flexible. And then the head has a ball head on there so you can move it whatever way you want to hold that. So you can mount it to a tree or anything you want to do. And this thing is ultra little, very compact, folds up nice and small, and just goes in your pack, and it weighs nothing. I mean, this weighs as much as a Snickers bar. It's nothing to it. Very simple, very easy. I will put a link below for it, but it is an excellent thing to have. Down here in Georgia, we're crossing a lot of water, okay? And one of the things I'm finding out this year is I'm getting sick and tired of not being able to cross some of these canals. We have canals here all over these sloughs that come out of there. Sloughs are big, okay? Sloughs can be anywhere from 50 yards to 500 yards wide. They're a whole different ballgame, but there's these little canals that water from the rivers and things and from the sloughs that just trench into the ground during heavy rains. Some of those things can be deeper than my snake boots are, or my 16-inch snake boots. And it's a bummer when you're like, God, it's right there. It's literally, it's a 5-yard wide canal and you can't cross it, or a 3 feet, 10 feet wide canal you can't get across. So I was originally carrying these is what I was going to use. I have not tried them yet. They are contractor bags, and 3mm thick contractor bags, and I was going to, I'll stick my feet and nose. And that was what I was going to attempt to use, and they probably will work great. I haven't tried them yet, but these are Wiggy hip boots, and these were, guys on social media recommended these. These were 85 bucks, I think, but these are insane. These things are incredible. This package, okay, about the same, look at the size difference. 2 compactor bags, this, and these are lighter than these are, okay? This weighs next to nothing. It's about the weight, these are about the weight of your cell phone, realistically, and when I open these and show them to you, which again, I'm going to try one-handed here. See, but look at these. I'm going to set them out here for you. I'll lay one down. Look at this. These things are amazing, these hip boots. They are just, the quality of these things is impressive. I have not had them in the water yet, but the people that recommended these to me told me how great they are and how much they used them in the Brooks range and all that stuff. So this is what they are. They're based on the size of your foot size. So large is for a 10-12. That's what I got. But these things are insane. I'm very excited about these. But you saw how nice and little and compact they were compared to these. So that's one tip for you if you're dealing with water crossings, and I'm going to be using them for deer hunting as well too. Those are going to come in very handy for a lot of things. I'm very excited about that. Another one. Okay, I keep my stuff here. This is my kill kit bag right here. And in here, I have my rubber gloves, a couple of wet one wipe individuals. Those are nice. And now my Havalon. Okay, when you have a Havalon knife like this, you can carry it if you want to. Like many of us do. Here I have, right here, Okay, here's a Havalon, how many people carry them. And a Havalon pouch, you know, there's that and all that. Well, I carry mine in here. I have the same thing. In here you have the knife, which I'm opening. Okay, you have a knife and you have your extra blades in there and that kind of setup, and it works good. I prefer to carry mine all in this little compact kit. Look at the size difference of this. Okay, just very convenient and little and, you know, small. But I put a Prana in there, and then I have extra blades all in this. This tube is the blade tube. When you buy an extra dozen blades, this is the tube the blades come in. And another example on this here too, worth noting. Okay, here's a 60A blade that I actually ground a point off, okay? But this blade tip is a 60A. See the point on that? And I actually already filed that down so it's not quite as pointy anymore, all right? If I were to do this, what I'm doing right now on a standard 60A blade, it would be just punching holes all over my finger. I'd be bleeding everywhere. So on the 60As, they're very pointy and miserable. Again, I spent 10 minutes on a file. I take my file and I just rub this on a file and take that tip off. Here is a 70A. Okay, that I just took off of here because I used it for my last pig. Again, one-handed. But a 70A blade is much better because of the shape. So let me show you. So when you buy blades, buy the 70A. When you get the knife, it comes with 60s. Here is a 70A blade to show you the difference. Look at that tip. Nice and rounded and much better. That's not going to stab the heck out of you. So buy the 70A blades when you have to get replacements. And until you have to get replacements on your 60As, just take a file, lay a file down, and just rub back and forth on that and get rid of that nasty, nasty point that's on the end of there for you on there. But then that's it. And then this knife, like I said, this Prana, which is my favorite, fits right inside there. That goes right in there, and that is basically my whole, my kill kit, my, you know, do everything with. Rubber gloves, the wet wipes in there. Then I stick this in here. Now the next thing that goes into this, also with this stuff, is my game bag. Game bags work. I prefer for pig hunting, I like using pillowcases. This pillowcase right here has carried out about, well, it's carried 1 deer and 6 or 8 pigs, but it is just a regular pillowcase. You get them as a 2-pack online, anywhere, just a standard pillowcase. But what's nice is there's no stretch to this. So as you see in my pig hunting videos, I can fill this, a pig will fill this about halfway, a little less than halfway full of meat. And then you take this and you just ball it up and throw it right over your shoulder like this. And I can carry this out this way. I don't have to carry a frame pack or nothing. So this works fantastic. This will actually fold up very nice and small and compact when I actually roll it up and fit inside this little bag right here. So this becomes my whole kill kit bag that goes with me. Also carry another little baggie with you with all of your accessories in here. Okay, inside of here I have extra batteries for my flashlights and my GPS. I got a sharpener and I have a little bit of duct tape. I have a spare bowstring, a spare tab. This also is a good recommendation. I don't always do it deer hunting, but I definitely do it here. I have a spare razor sharp broadhead, put in a piece of cardboard and taped in there so it can't come out, but this is razor sharp broadhead ready to go. If I shoot and I miss in my, now I got a dull broadhead, such as these arrows I got over here where I'm actually, these are the 2 I just killed the last 2 pigs with. I'm getting ready to resharpen them. But if I were to sink this in, like this one spent the whole night in the dirt, but that head, if it was dulled out, I shoot and it's dulled, I can pop that broadhead off and then put this broadhead on and then put that broadhead in here, throw it back in my kit. Now I have that arrow back to razor sharp and ready to go perfect. So if you carry 4 broadheaded arrows with you, and you shoot one and you stick it in the dirt, you can just swap the broadhead out and now you're back to having 4 broadheads again. So it's really like carrying 5 hunting arrows even though you only have 4 of them in your quiver. So it works fantastic. So having that extra broadhead like that set up, this works fantastic and it stays right in my little spare parts kit that goes with me in there. And that's pretty much it with your toilet paper. Another tip for you. With your toilet paper, don't take one whole roll. Don't take a roll like this. And I know people you think you're going to finish my sentence and say, well, yeah, because the cardboard thing weighs too much. Now, I don't care about that. The point is, if you were to only take one roll like this, okay, and then you use it you pull it out to use it for blood trailing or anything like that, if you drop this in any water, the whole roll's done. having, you know, having 5 or 8 sections of maybe 5 feet each, five foot sections separate in here means you can pull out a 5 foot or one 5 foot section and keep it in your pocket. The rest is protected in here. If you happen to drop that 5 foot section, then you did not lose all of your toilet paper for marking or for Mother Nature. Where if you have it only on one roll and you drop that in the water, then that whole thing is done. So just again, this video is all about little tips for you, things like that. With your arrow case, make sure your arrow case has all of your extra accessories in here. I carry spare bowstrings. I have spare broadheads in here. I have more spare broadheads in here. I got judo tips. I got all my arrow kit. This is an arrow kit with nocks and things like that and glue. Spare quiver straps on here. More Havalon 70A. Told you 70A blades. 70A blades in there. But you know, bow hooks, all kinds of stuff. Judo points, knock pliers, a bow square. I have extra nocks in here. A little pair of awesome, amazing little channel locks. I love these little things. Best little channel locks ever. I will try and get a link to these below for you, but these things are just so valuable. Right there, they're Crescent and they're little RT24s, but so handy. Believe it or not, I used to carry these in my pocket all the time. Fantastic. You know, keep that stuff so you got all of your things organized and together and ready for you. Now, as we go over here, we're going to go to where my bow is here. Another couple little tips on that real quick for you. Make things easier. But on my bow that is sitting right here, we have, let me bring it over here, we can see it better. Okay. My tab, I carry my tab on my judo arrow. I always have a judo in my quiver. I leave my tab float right on there between the gripper and the head so it can't come off. But that way it's always there, always handy, always ready to go. If you shoot a Great Northern quiver, you can turn this into a 6-arrow quiver. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's normally a 5-arrow quiver. I use hood foam in here, my own. This is a Blue Ridge, old Blue Ridge archery target. If you don't have one, a yoga block works very, very good. Buy a yoga block for $5 and cut it. I use white. I want a white or a light gray in color so I can see these holes really good in the dark at night when I'm deer hunting. At the end, and I want to put my arrow in, I can see that really well. On a black hood foam, you can't see that without turning your headlight on. So I use a light white or light gray is what I want in there. To add that other quiver or that other arrow for that 6th arrow, you can see that it runs on a piggybacker, connects to this arrow, but this notch right here in the back of this Great Northern quiver, that little notch right here between the wire frame and there holds, see how that piggybacker wants to roll around? Well, it doesn't on this quiver because of the fact that it locks tight right in on that little notch and holds it so perfectly that I have a perfect 6-arrow quiver. And look at that, no movement of that 6th arrow held there and in the hood. So it's a fantastic setup. Now, another one here for you. If I can get this off, I'm probably going to have to pop the stringer off. Hang on, sorry, reach in here. Again, everything's one-handed. I use my stringer, notice, as a string keeper. Okay, let's do that one first. So I cut the length of my paracord on my stringer. You put this back on, bear with me, one-handed, there we go. So on my bow, I have my stringer, leather cup on the bottom, okay, and I run the green cord, which is my stringer cord here, you see, up to the top. When I put it, before I put it on, notice I have this one little crossover loop right here. Okay, that is keeping my string here so that my string does not slide down my bow. It is a string keeper, and it protects the leather stringer, protects my bow tips from anything happening to it. So I have that string, that paracord cut to the length, so it's goes up, goes around one time, and it's nice and tight fit to put on there that acts as a string keeper. So it's dual purpose. Now when I take this stringer off, again, working one-handed here, and I pop this, notice that on my rubber tip protector, I cut that so that it doesn't actually go up over the string. I did that because now it is sealed, as you can see, all the way around. No water can get down into this. If I let that tip protector go up over to here, then water can get in there between where the string pulls out on that rubber protector. That rubber tip protector is sealed tight to the wood. No moisture or water can get into it because it is cut short and not allowing, you know, that string is not there. So, you know, something, just a little tip for you, but it protects. I can leave that string tip protector on there and not have any water damage or water accumulating in the bottom of this. And it works perfect for me and protects that tip. So when I'm taking this bow and I set it down on stuff, I am not, you know, wearing a finish off the bottom of that bow. This one here getting pretty beat up. You can see, oh, it's actually even got a hole in it now too. These things get beat up down here in the briars quite a bit. But there we go. That is that for you. Now, as we head out real fast, another couple quick tips out here for you. I want to show you. Going outside. So when you're hunting and you're out there and you're off road, you got to remember that you can get stuck anywhere. Okay, it's not you can get stuck any place. Make sure that you have the equipment to get you unstuck. Okay, in my Tacoma, I make sure I am. Oh, just hang on, I hit the unlock button here. Make sure you have everything you need. Okay, that you're going to be able to get unstuck with. All right, so you can see here I have Viair air pump. I've done videos on this. I have hard shackles here. Inside I got soft shackles. I got 3 toe straps there, another toe strap there. You can see my my traction boards up there. My shovel. The shovel and the straps are the most important, and a saw. Okay, but I have the recovery gear to get me out of any situation that I can get in automatically right here. It is mandatory. Without that, you could be in a world of hurt real fast. So always have that gear with you that you need when you're out there. If you don't, you know, you got to call somebody, you got to mess with it. It's an absolute headache. This is real simple, easy stuff to do to make sure you're there. Now, another tip for you is make sure that you have a key outside of your vehicle. I'm not telling you where mine is, but I have one that is outside this car so that if I were to lose my keys, I would not have a problem with it. Now, another tip, I don't have it on me, but when I hunt, I have a compass that is on my belt right here like this on a string that goes into this pocket. So when I want my compass, I just grab that string, pull it out, and out comes my compass right here for me to see. My key, notice, my key fob has a carabiner on it. This carabiner locks to that string, kind of like what I would do here on my knife. See on my knife you could do it here, but I would lock this on there so that that key is in my pocket, but it is also connected. I cannot lose that. It'd be connected to my knife, but I cannot lose that key now, and it would still go all the way down in my pocket. I'm hoping you're seeing that. Trying to. Here it is. Sorry, I'll do it again. But see, I put that key on there with that carabiner. I am locking it to me. It is not just randomly in my pocket. Now that would drop all the way down in my pocket and be there, but it's available for me, but it cannot be lost. Very important. If you lose this in the swamp or in the woods, then you are in big trouble. But still, carry a spare key outside of your vehicle that will let you get into it. Even if you can't, even if you lose your key fob, at least you can get into your vehicle to access your phone or access anything you need to. It's just important to have a key somewhere on the outside. The key fobs, usually your insurance will allow you one replacement, and if they don't, then you can usually buy one for about $100. But I think it's important to have a key in there like that. These are pretty, you know, they hold up to water pretty well, but if something were to happen, it's important to make sure you can get into that vehicle and get yourself out of there. So there's some tips for you, just random hunting tips that'll hopefully make life a lot easier for you and make it better for you when you're out there. And we'll be back. We'll do some more of these. These, like I said, I think are going to be fun little mini episodes, and I think you'll enjoy them. So I will make sure to make more of them happen. And so I'll be back with more of those soon. Thanks for watching. There's links down below for all of this stuff. So it's all there for you down below. Check it out. Thanks again. Bye.